Hi, welcome back to Mr. Menta's ELL classroom. Today we are going to be continuing Chapter 10 of the Blue Book, the simple present tense. We actually have one of the checkup tests. I love these when I get to these. We're going to do Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. So this is a review to see if you remember all the stuff we were doing last week, which I hope you do. Because if you don't remember the stuff from a week later, I don't know why we do it. Like, the reason we do this is to help you be able to talk and write as you go through school and your everyday life. So we want you to be able to remember these. It's not just getting through to the end. It's remembering it a week later and a month later. So, this is all pretty straightforward. You've done it before. First, you'll go through and you will circle the correct word. We live in Tokyo. Again, they're really getting you on that S. If you know when to use the S, easy to mess up, easy mistake to make. Then you're going to get down to here, fill in the blanks. So have to choose the correct word to fill in here to complete the sentence. All of these are questions. Okay. So, and again, they give you no little box at the top where the answers are written, which I like. So you just got to remember it. So we're in Chapter 10. You should be able to do this by now. You should be able to do this. I think you can do this. If not, it might be worth it to back up and go back to maybe Chapter 7 or so. Everybody's different. But you should be able to do this, and I think you can. I think you can. So the next, we're going to go up to the top here. We get more fill in the blanks. This is one big story. I'll tell you this. This number 3, I actually looked at this one for a while, number 3. So what I'm going to tell you is just don't worry too much about number 3. I don't like the way that question is written, okay? So just do your best with it, make your best guess, and then go on to the next one. Don't spend a lot of time on number 3. It is a little weird, I think. And then, after that, we're going to have a listening section when we get to the bottom. And then that'll be it. So for now, why don't you pause the video and do those first 3 sections. When you get to this listening section, we'll do that together after we've gone over the answers to the other ones, okay? All right. Do you pause the video and fill in the worksheet? I hope so. Okay. So, let's go over it. Number 1. Tom plays in the park with the S. Plays. Okay. Check your work. Is that what you wrote? I want to make sure you've learned this. Okay? Check your work. We are not done. We are still working. Listen to me. Check to make sure you got the correct answer. Listen to me. Number 2. My wife and I shop on Monday. Number 3. She doesn't work on Saturday. You getting all these? Number 4. Where do your cousins live? Number 5. We stay home every Sunday. Stay. Number 6. What activities does she do? B. Fill in the blanks. Example. What is your address? So number 1. Where does he live? Number 2. What kind of food do you like? Number 3. Did Patty babysit for her neighbors? Number 4. Why do you eat at that restaurant? Because we like the food. Why? Number 5. When does Julie go to a health club? On Monday. So those answers, what, where, when, why, and also did, those are what you need to ask any question you need to know in English. If you can ask any question like that, then you can communicate. Okay, they're very important. These are very useful words. All right, let's keep going. One more up here. What does your family do on Sunday? Okay, next we've got a little story, kind of, about one person. Okay, so Mrs. Davis lives in Dallas. She's a very active person. She does exercises every day. On Monday, and so like number 3, I warned you. Number 3, they just said exercises. So part of me wants to say she exercises in her apartment. Because it seems like we should be talking about lots of exercises. But we didn't really practice that. So I will accept cleans her apartment. I will accept exercises in her apartment. And there's probably other answers you could put there that worked pretty well. There wasn't one perfect answer that I could see. But anyway, let's move on. On Wednesday, she plays tennis. On Friday, she takes a karate lesson, because we take a lesson. If you said does a lesson, I can understand why you would say that, but it would be better to say takes a karate lesson. On Saturday, she rides her bicycle in the park, and on Sunday, she goes to a museum and eats lunch in a restaurant. I also would take has lunch. So you could say eats lunch or has lunch. Both would work. Okay. So down here, they finally start talking about things that aren't exercising, like go to a museum and eat lunch, which makes me think up here maybe they just means cleans her apartment, but it could have been more clear. Anyway, I'm not worried about that one. If you could do all the rest of it, I think you're good. Okay? All right. Now let's move on and do the listening at the end. Okay. So, this is very straightforward. I say a question, you pick the answer. So the example, what do Patty and Peter do during the week? I'll say it again. What do Patty and Peter do during the week? Answer B, they work in an office. Okay. So, I'm going to go a little fast on this. I'm going to try to give you a little time to think, but we're going to keep moving. Okay? So, listen and pick an answer quickly. That is part of what we're practicing, being able to think and read and listen quickly. Okay? So, number 1. When do you watch your favorite TV program? Do you pick an answer? Number 1. When do you watch your favorite TV program? C. On Thursday. Number 2. Why do you eat Italian food? Pick an answer yet? Come on, be quick. Be quick. That's how real English works. You got to be quick. Number 2. Why do you eat Italian food? B. Because we like it. Number 3. Does Carlos visit his grandparents in Puerto Rico? Pick an answer. Number 3. Does Carlos visit his grandparents in Puerto Rico? B. Yes, he does. Number 4. What kind of books do you like? Number 4. What kind of books do you like? A. Short stories. And number 5. Where do your nephews live? I'll say that again. Number 5. Where do your nephews live? C. Where do your nephews live? On Center Street. All right. That's the end of that. Good work. See you next time.